New videos every day.
This is Athena Jezik, and I'm going to show you the hands. So to begin with, we're just going to pull on the hand, thumb, little finger side, index finger, ring finger, and long finger. And then check for the range of motion, the gliding, a flexion and extension, rotation, and putting them all together, checking how it moves. It's moving very well here. Then I take my fingers and put them underneath here in this little edge between the end of the hand and the wrist, and give a little traction, using a little flexion and extension with it as well. And you can do the same thing on the top, pulling it that way. This is kind of a fascial stretch, more than a pull on the body. When I do this particular stretch, I hook into the fascia and give a stretch up the arm, and also distance and separate the wrist bones, the carpal bones. Then I begin at the thumb and go between the metacarpals, and there's quite a few bones in there. So you want to get the muscles in between. You don't want to rub hard, give any kind of pressure onto the bone itself. And then same thing on the inside of the hand. Working it like so. And the thumb. Spreading the hand out and giving it a nice stretch. Stretching the fingers back, going slowly at it, pulling those fingers long. And there's not a whole lot really to do on the hand other than get it nice and relaxed and flexible and pliable. And then you can go back again and give a stretch on each one of the fingers. And as you go up, you can rotate it a little bit, like on the toes. But don't make it something where you're really grabbing at the bone. Let it be a little more where you're on the fascial structures. And let the bone follow that, rather than getting into the bone and wiggling that. Move the fascial structures and the muscles, and get your fingers into that area and make these little rotations, and you'll feel that the bone and the joint will separate and move. And then if there's issues in the hands, you can take your fingers where the joint is and then just hold the part that's closest to the proximal side and rotate the distal side, and just take that into each joint and make sure that that's moving there. Now this is where we are actually moving the bone. If there's any kind of arthritic condition or stuff like that in there, it helps to drain that out. It's inflammation, gets painful, hands get swollen a lot. So it just keeps them healthier. It's a lot of little joints here. And the little pinky. And then you can take it in there. Well, people who suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome, it's real good to keep this part of the arm, the forearm, well stripped in here. And also another good thing that I've found is to grab onto the hands in this area here and separate, stretching it, separating that way at the same time, giving a little bit of traction. Now this again, you have to know the different layers that you're going into, because you want to get into the fascial structure first and not just dig in and pull. There's a technique to that once you feel it and experience it, it's easier to get into your hands, but it's a hard one to just talk into the hands. And there we are.